Good morning. Good morning. Good morning or good day to you. Good day. Happy July 9th. I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. I'm going to do a little bit of dragon's blood here. Sage. Because my energy feels a little wonky. And this can potentially shift it. So I'm a little cyber saging here and saging myself as well. Oh yeah, there's some fire. Get it, light it. Okay. Oh. So here's a little bit of saging for everybody who's watching. Just take a nice deep breath, receive, pulling it in. Yes. All the way down. Welcome. When you're here, say hi. Write your comment or your comment, write your name in the comments so I know who is saying hi. Good morning. Hello. I'm streaming across multiple different platforms, and some of them don't show me your name, like Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you might have to tell me your name. YouTube tends to tell me names. Ooh. Oh man, that just smells so good. I'm just gonna keep going here. Let's keep going. Little bit of dragon's blood. Little bit of dragon's blood. Say hi when you're here. See, it says hi friend, but it says Facebook user. So I do not know who you are. So this is where I do need you to write your name in the comments so I know who's here. Oh, it's ashen all over the place. Woo! Just saging. Hey, Chase. You guys made it home okay? So glad. It was so fun to get to hang out for a little bit this weekend with you guys. Get to experience some of that magic with you. Okay. Kind of looking through some of my notes here. How's everyone feeling today? Oh, yay. Kinda Mary Beth. It's chasing Kinda Mary Beth. She's in the background. Hi, Mary Beth. Kinda. You guys had a blast. Can't wait till next month. Yes, Soundsful and Magic was amazing. And if you missed it, we are doing one in August. So August 5th, mark your calendars. Set the date on your phone. Oh, so Chase made this beautiful rattle for me. And rattles are really good at shaking up stagnation. And I'm like, we had a crazy week last week. So I'm feeling a little stagnant. So we're just gonna shake it up here. Shake. Shake. And we're gonna get started. Today, I'm contemplating actually. Ooh, Mary Beth starting a detox. She's allergic to. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad. Detoxing is so powerful. And not only when we detox physically, it just releases the emotions that we've attached to these physical things, the energetic. So exciting. It's it's more than just a physical shift in the body. It's mental, emotional, spiritual, So we do one thing, it's how we do everything. So exciting. So welcome everyone. Say hi, tell me your names with your comment, because I just get Facebook user. Unless you're on YouTube, I do see those names for some reason. Okay. So if you have been watching my page or Instagram over this last week, I posted a 3-part series on how to connect to your guides. And I pulled it from my Sharecast. It was something I did in my Sharecast because I just started like, wah! And I was like, oh, hold on. I am not anchored. I am not grounded. I am not connected. So like, whoop, let me pause and let me guide you through how I connect to my guides. And it was really, really beautiful. And I've had a couple of people ask me deeper questions about it. And so I thought I would come on here and go a little bit deeper into connecting to guides. This morning, yesterday, when I was thinking about this, Cards, Coffee, and Contemplation, I was like, I wonder if I need to change the name. And these are just weird little wonderings because the name doesn't really matter, right? It's just a name. What's in a name but what you give it. And but recently, I really haven't been using cards. I've been mostly channeling. And so I'm like, oh, do we call it Channeling, Coffee, and Contemplation? So anyway, that was just a fun little thought that I had this morning. But sometimes I do use cards. I currently do not have any right now. I've been going through this really interesting phase. I've been asking a lot from Spirit. I'm really ready to upgrade and step into this new high level of playing and connecting to Spirit and my gifts. And when I ask them questions about things like, okay, what's the next step? One of them wants to get rid of all my books. Like, there's 2 books up there right now. And there's a little bit more than 2. There's like 4. But anyway, because there's this new level of information that's coming in. Those were all the books and stuff that I have studied over the last 20 years. And really beautiful information, but I've read it already and I've practiced it and I've made it my own. And so I don't need the book anymore. And it made sense. And you have to make room for what's coming. But I had full shelves of all the beautiful books that I have loved over the last 20 years that have been so life-changing. And now it's like kind of bare. But I also gave away a whole bunch of card decks as well. I used to have over 30 card decks and now I've got about 15. So half of my card decks. How many of you guys have been through this? How many of you guys have gone through this, like, purge, this release, this, it can be a wardrobe. I also this year went through my wardrobe and cleaned out all the stuff that I haven't worn and don't plan on wearing and looked at it and took the, like, when I go shopping, when I try something on, if it's not a like, oh my God, yes, I love it so much, then I don't buy it. Like, literally, I only want to have clothes that when I put them on, it's like, oh yes, I love it. And so, but I get a lot of, I go thrifting a lot. And anyway, so I just had a lot of stuff that I was like, I don't, because it was like a good deal and it was kind of cute. And maybe I can make it work. And then also stuff that kind of used to be old Jenny, right? Before all of these new gifts started to really expand and grow. So cleaning out is really, really powerful. And I did not plan on going on this tangent, but maybe somebody here needs to hear this. But also a physical detox with your body. In Ayurveda, the Ayurveda practice, they recommend doing a cleanse every season change. And so, which makes sense because every season has a different energy to it. And we go from spring to summer, and we go from wood energy, which is this go, do, penetrate, force, create energy into fire, this burn, and this passion energy. And so physically detoxing, going through a little cleanse in your body is always really good. And it can just be like a day of fasting, right? It can be a day of water or juice or, just fruits and veggies. It can just be like one day. This, and like energetically, it like not intuitively, intentionally, that's the word I meant, intentionally set up to go, okay, we're resetting our body for this new season. Just like our drum babies, you're supposed to oil them every season change. And so they get the love and nutrition and support that they need as well. So let's see, Jen, doing it now. Next level, baby. Oh yeah. What are you doing? What are you purging? What are you releasing? What are you letting go of? Let's see. And Britta, I purge all the time, but my husband is a pack rat and can't let go of a thing. So I keep nothing and he keeps everything. Balance. It works out. Isn't it funny how that works that way? Oh, I love it. Jerry and I are opposites in a lot of ways too. It's really fun. It's really fun because you get to see and go, okay, there's no right or wrong. This is how I do it. And that's how they do it. Cool. And sometimes we get to have conversations of like, oh, okay, hold on. The way you're doing it is infringing on my way. And we need to find a compromise. And that's okay too. So I love seasonal shifts. I know. And it's like, it's finally summer. You guys, we got into the hundreds. Holy cow. So connecting to your guides, I would love to know, everybody that's on here, what are some of your favorite guides that you like to connect to? Or what do you think when I say guides? First of all, when I say guides, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Because this is one thing that's I'm finding the more I expand in this spiritual realm and more my gifts grow, the more I'm finding words are just not enough. Words just don't cut it. And it's like, it can give the little hint, a little flavor of what I'm trying to say, but it does not encompass fully what I experience. So when I say the word guides, or you hear the word guides or connect to guides, what does that mean to you? What are your guides? How do you what does connecting to guides mean to you? And as you type that in the chat box, I will share what it means to me. And that in no way will take away from your beliefs. It may add to, it may shift, or it may completely align, or it may be complete opposite, and that's okay, right? I just love learning from other people and exploring differences and similarities as well. So Britta, I connect to animal spirit guides all the time. Crow, fox, dragonfly come up for me a lot. Ooh, I love, 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 love that. So I had a friend who was like, well, if you believe that the world is your tarot card and everything is a sign, a symbol that the universe is trying to speak to you, then the plant and animal kingdom is a big, big guide. Huge, huge guide. Mother Nature is one of my favorite guides. I learn so much from her all the time. So that's beautiful. Jen, absolutely everything that forms my new intentions, my current life of where I'm at. Oh my gosh, feels super selfish. And that is something that I'm conscious and intentional of, that I only keep the things that serve me. Oh my gosh, Jen. Okay. I love this. And when you think if you've heard me talk about micro and macro, there's the concept from the Kybalion, as above, so below, as within, so without, right? Everything is connected. And so when you take care of you, you take care of your mind, you take care of your spirit, you take care of this physical body, you are doing the best service you can for the planet, because you are part of the planet. And when you are healthy, whole, and complete, everywhere you walk vibrates with this healthy, whole, and complete energy. And that is the best gift that you can give to the planet. And not just the planet Mother Earth, but like all sentient beings that exist on the planet, right? When you're vibrating at a frequency of health and wholeness and love and compassion and safety and security within yourself, everywhere you walk, you're going to be this beacon of light. You're going to be this ball of vibrational energy that gives off to every being you come in contact with. Within like a 6-foot radius, at least minimum, right? Your aura, your auric field, whatever bumps into your auric field, which is at least as big as, put your hands out. Like, can everybody see? Oh, look, this is, so here, right? Put your hands out, your fingers touch maybe sometimes the end of your auric field, and then turn in a circle. There's your aura. And then above and then below, like right as far above as below. So anybody that bumps into that, which also means everywhere you walk and step, boom, 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 becomes a sacred holy ground. Every word you say becomes sacred holy scripture. Every act becomes a sacred act of service. Every relationship becomes a sacred holy relationship. That is the least selfish thing you can do. So just breathe that in for a moment. Let me know how that feels, Jen. Britta, I also connect to spirit via Godhead figures like Krishna and Kuan Yin. Okay, yes, I love this as well. So different Godheads from different belief systems, different cultures. Okay. Jen, guides are everywhere for me. Animals, guides. Guides are everywhere for me. Animals, generational ancestors, people that you meet randomly on the street. There are no accidents. They show up everywhere. I love this like, just like even people you meet on the street, or a song that you hear on the radio, or even a billboard can sometimes have a message that it's like, that's exactly what I needed right now, So really learning to pay attention that your guides are everywhere all the time, whether you're connected to them or not, whether you're paying attention or not, they're there waiting for you to go, oh, hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get to work, you guys. Lindsay, spirits that are assigned to us, that are with us all the time, their job is to support us. Oh, I love this. So, I also believe this, Lindsay. I do believe that we have a certain set of, like, I call it my spirit army. It's like my own personal army. And a lot of it, I do believe is ancestors, my ancestors that came before me, that have passed on, that are like, okay, this is my posterity. I'm going to watch her. I'm going to help guide her. I'm going to be there with her. So I do love that. And I do believe that we have some that we really connect with for different periods of time. Like Kuan Yin really came in strong for me when I was going through my divorce and leaving the religion I was raised in, because she's all about compassion. Compassion. And I was being so hard on myself and feeling like I was making so many mistakes. And I was so worried that I was doing the wrong thing. And she came in and she's like, love, you can't mess it up. You cannot mess it up. And let's just wrap you in a pink blanket, pink fuzzy blanket. And there's little green sparkles everywhere. She always comes to me in pink and green. Which to me is heart chakra and higher heart chakra, this yummy, lovey energy. So I'd love to know, how do you experience your guides? Is it with the animal guides? Is it when they show up in your life? Is it like a picture or a song? Like, do you pull cards? How do you experience your ancestors or these deities like Kuan Yin or Ganesha or Jesus even coming into your life? How do you experience them? How do you know when they're there, or how do you call them in? I would love to hear how everyone does this. Britta, every act becomes a sacred, holy thing. Oh, yes. I know. Isn't it so powerful? And that one is straight from, that teaching is straight from the Sophia Code, mixed with a little bit of, I don't even have it. See, A Course in Miracles. It's like they both teach that same concept. Really, really beautiful. Lindsay, when you say came in strong, what do you mean? Oh, okay. Great question. So, like she just kept showing up. Like I'd go to a yoga class and someone would be like, all right, who's heard of Kuan Yin? Or they'd have a Kuan Yin Murta, a little statue of her, or they'd have a painting of her, or they'd have her card deck, or they'd tell a story about her process of how she came to be a bodhisattva. Or I'd hear other people, or there'd be a song that would mention her, or her mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, would show up in a playlist, and it was just like, oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. Oh, there she is. And then it would also, and that's an external thing that would remind me, those external things would then trigger me to go, okay, can I feel that blanket wrapping around me? Can I feel that breath and release the tension that I've been holding? And can I hear her messages in my heart, in my mind? Can I feel the sensations in my body? It was, and also like I felt drawn to her. It was not so much, it was like, it was showing up for me, all the places out here, but also it was like, there's this thirst for how much information can I absorb of hers. And I got the card deck and I got these books that had information on her. And I just was drawn. There's like this magnet. I was magnetized to her. And I truly 100% believe that our desires are sacred. We have our own unique desires. We all have our own hopes and dreams and our desires for a reason, because they are sacred and holy. And this is one of the things that pops up with when people, are talking about manifesting, like, well, there's just not enough to go around, right? And if everybody wants, everything, then there's just not going to be enough. But here's the thing. And Carrie and I go over this in our manifesting masterclass, which is in our shop on our website. Carrie really, really, really wanted a Jeep. I have never wanted a Jeep. Never in my life have I gone, oh my gosh, you guys, I think a Jeep would be so fun. I love riding in my friends' Jeeps. I do not want one. I don't have any judgment against people who love Jeeps. It's just not my thing, but it's Carrie's, and she wanted it so bad, and she loved Jeep so bad and so much, and she got her Jeep and she loves it so much, but I don't want a Jeep. It's not my car, right? I want a VW bus, or, my truck with the camper on the back, or, my electric vehicles. Those are the things I want. And so there's we all want our own things. We all want things slightly differently than other people. And our desires are so, so sacred, because it is our way of expressing what we came here to express in this world. So, yeah, that was an interesting little tangent. Where did that come from? Doesn't matter. We're going back to comments. Okay. Let's see. Britta, with animal guides, when I see them in nature, I feel like they are trying to tell me something. They're more of my show up guides. With my Godhead figures, I call upon them more via prayer mantra, visiting their holy places. Oh, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, I love, love, love that. I remember one time I was working with Dhumavati. She's a Hindu goddess, and she's a widower. She has the winnowing basket, and she's connected to crows. So all the pictures and things you see of her, there's always crows all around. And I was like, okay, so Dhumavati, I'm calling on you. I just show me that you're here. Like, help me feel your presence, because you're a new deity for me. So let's get to know each other. And then that day in yoga, we built all the way up to crow pose. Like, we did all of the things and parts and pieces to open up our bodies to be solid, stable in crow pose. And then I come out of yoga and I'm parked under a tree, and there's probably 20 different crows sitting on that tree that is above my car. And then later that day, we were talking to somebody, and they are like, oh my gosh, hold on, I got this new crowbar that's going to blah, 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 blah. Like another crow. So they show up, and we can call on them and then watch for how they're going to show up for us. It's really fun. And visiting their holy places. That one is, going on pilgrimages is so, so fun. I want a Hippie Mobile Mystery Machine camper van. That's a beautiful name. I love that name. Okay. So let's take a moment, and I'm going to walk you through how I call in my guides. And this is something that I do every single morning. Kaya Ra, the author of the Sophia Code, right there, she calls it the circle of empowerment. I like to call it a circle of safety. Any class, if you've been to any class of mine, I'm always inviting you to call in your circle of safety, circle of light, circle of safety that protects us, guide, from any negative influences, psychic attacks, outside the lower entities. And lower entities, I want to talk on this for a moment. So this year I've been really, really, really working on my belief system of right and wrong, good and bad. If you read the Kybalion, the Kybalion is a fascinating, it is like one of the most ancient texts that exist. I think it goes the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. There's one more, and then there's the Kybalion. Like the Emerald Tablets of Thoth are the oldest discovered written scripture. And if you read them, you'll be like, oh, a lot of these scriptures, that like other scriptural texts that you have read, come from that. It's really, really fascinating. The Kybalion is also one of them. There's also a belief that Thoth is Hermes Trismegistus that wrote the Kybalion, but like reincarnated being a different time. But that's one of those things that no one can prove. And there's some things that go, oh, maybe, but it's always fun to think about. I don't know. Because it's so funny when I go into these things, it's like, I can see how that could be true, but I can't prove it. And there's no harm in believing it, but it's also nice to keep your mind open to just what else is possible. Right? So those are my thoughts on that. But the Kybalion teaches these basic principles of the universe. How many of you guys have read the Kybalion? Highly recommend. And it has these principles that you would understand, like as above, so below, as within, so without is one of the principles in the Kybalion. But it also has the law of polarity. And this is the one that really has me trying to decondition my religious upbringing of there is good and bad, there is right and wrong. And according to the Kybalion, there's just polarity. There's the positive pole and the negative pole. And we as a society have just determined that the positive pole is the good one and the negative pole is the bad one. And the positive pole is the light, right? The light. Go towards the light, all love and light. And the negative pole is the shadow, the dark. But the positive pole is also masculine. The negative is feminine. The positive pole is the sun. The negative is the dark, right? So there's yang and yang, yin, yang, yin. Yes, positive. Anyway, so it's just polarity. It is just polarity, just opposites. And just like if you were to get too close to the sun, you would burn up and be blind. Like first you would get blind and then you'd burn up. If you go too far into the dark, you can't see, right? So either way, if you go too far either direction, you're blind. You're flying blind. You really can't see. The goal is to find the balance somewhere in the middle, right? So we've got these two poles. We've got this positive pole and this negative pole. And then there's the law of rhythm, that as far as the pendulum swings to one end, it has to swing to the other. Shoo, 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 shoo. And this explains our highs and lows in our lives. We have moments, seasons, times, years, who knows how long, where we're like, everything is awesome. And then there's days, weeks, months, sometimes years where it's like, everything sucks, because it's the pendulum swinging, right? And sometimes the swing is slow and sometimes the swing is fast. But the cool thing about this polarity swing is you don't have to jump on the pendulum. You don't have to go for the ride. You can literally step back from the pendulum and watch the pendulum swing, witness it swinging without getting swept away and whiplashed from side to side to side, like, yay, oh my God, yay, oh my God, right? It can be this like, I'm just gonna like witness. And then is there a way that I can like tap in and find this balance point between the two, my shadow side and my light side? My human, also negative polarity, human body, light, spirit body. Right? So you can't like just glorify one and demonize the other, because you're both. You have to experience, we came here to experience both. So this whole where did I'm trying to come back around, guys. Right and wrong, good and bad. Boom. Oh, so circle of safety. We set up the circle of safety, the circle of light, so that we protect ourselves from lower energies. Okay, lower energies are not bad. Entities are not bad. There's no like demons. They're just from a different dimension. That's a lower dimension than us. Like if we were to go up to the 8th dimension, we would be considered low dimensional beings. We're not bad. We're not evil. We're not there to stir shit up. We're just 3D beings, right? So it's just having a different perspective, but still protecting yourself from that. Let's see. That's what I love about the Tao. There is no bad or good. There are only opposites, and neither can exist without the other. Amen. Yes, the Tao, the teachings of the Tao. So wise. I love the Tao. Okay, so first we start when we're connecting to guides. First, I like to, if I can, go outside, bare feet on the earth, and like anchor in. But if you're not outside, like I'm not, I just kind of stomp my feet for a minute. I bend my knees and I shake my hips. That's all your root chakra, right? Your feet, your legs, and the base of your tailbone. And that's why shaking the hips, base of the tailbone, gets that root chakra. And I kind of bounce a little bit like, whoo, and I imagine I have little camera lenses open up at the bottom of my feet and my tailbone with these red cores that go boom and like zing, plug literally into the earth. Just like you guys, I've talked about this multiple times. We are part of the planet, right? Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, fire, my spirit. We are so connected to the earth, but we have created so many things to disconnect us. We got rubber tires on our car. We got rubber soles on our shoes. We have grounding rods in our house so that, I mean, you know, lightning doesn't strike us. But like, so we go from house to car with plastic shoes, and then car to another grounded, safe building. And then from there, again, with plastic shoes to our car to back to our house. Like, how often do you really go outside and connect barefoot, bare ass? Not, you don't have to be bare ass. Sometimes it's nice. Bare hands and like literally plug in. So cords from feet and tailbone like a plug. Choom, I imagine sending them all the way down to the center of the earth, plugging in, and then the energy, it's like zoop, and I feel it go zoop all the way up my spine. And then I open up the crown chakra and I call in light from the great central sun, this beautiful golden light from the great central sun. And you can be S-U-N or S-O-N, depending on your belief system. To me, it's synonymous, right? This beautiful light that creates life in the universe. And I feel this light come down. And it's like, I have the camera lens like this big, but the column of light is always like, it's like covers my whole aura. You know, like that beam me up, Scotty. Ding. But that was like a little tube. This is like huge. And that's like my circle of safety, right? And then I call in this ring of safety. Some days it's purple, some days it's blue, every day it's kind of a different color. And so people don't see things, and that's okay. But I'm anchored into the earth first. I'm grounded. I'm connected to spirit. And then this beautiful light surrounds me and it protects me. And then there's a lot of different things I do here. So depending on my day, depending on where I'm going, depending on what I'm doing, I would call in different guides, different guardians, different angels and ancestors for different things. Like my grandma Marie, I'm going to call her in when I want a little more love and compassion. My grandma Lily, I'm going to call her in when I need a little bit of like, we're going to get some shit done today. There's just Kali energies, cut the shit. Kuan Yin's that compassion. So learning about different deities is really beautiful. But you cannot mess it up. You really can't mess it up, right? If your intention is for light, love, and healing, you can't mess it up. Okay, so after I ground, connect, and protect, this is when I start speaking. This is when I start going, okay, source, guides, guardians, this is my day today. And I do this every morning. I do call in the Circle of Empowerment from the Sophia Code because I've been working very closely with these guides for the last 3 years. These Ascended Masters. And in the north, we call in White Buffalo Woman. In the northeast, we call in Isis. In the east, we call in Hathor and the Syrian Star Nation. In the southeast, we call in Green Tara and all 21 emanations of Tara. In the south, we call in Mother Mary and the Order of Essenes. And the southwest, we call in Mary Magdalene and the Order of Magdalena and Jesus. In the west, we call in Kuan Yin and Mahavatar Babaji. And in the northeast, we call in the Golden Seraphim Dragons. And that creates an 8-pointed star, which is heart chakra. The 8-pointed star, triangle pointing up and a triangle pointing down. They meet in the middle as your heart chakra. And then now that I've got this circle, and then I'll call in any other guides that I'm feeling like I need that day. And then in the center of the circle is me, and I will then call in now that the circle is complete and I've got all of these guides surrounding me, this light, this circle, I'm anchored in, I'm connected. I now call in my higher self. And my higher self, because I've done the Sophia Code initiations, my higher self does come down in the form of a golden dragon light body. And it is like a suit of armor, you guys. It is so cool. That's one thing I do love about the Sophia Code. But you can take, so my dragon light body is like this translucent dragon scales. It's like a Matryoshka doll. You know how you have those dolls and then you open it up and then there's a smaller one inside and then until you get this little teeny tiny one. Well, it's like this huge hollow dragon that like just anchors me into this place, this planet, this body. And I can see through it, but I'm completely surrounded by it. And then I send it ahead of me in my day. Go, okay, dragon body, go ahead of me in my day. And it's like this snow plow, you know, those snow plows that have like the two that go like this. And I'm like, just plow through all of the obstacles, all of the thoughts, the beliefs, the fears, the emotions, the people, the whatever, just like clear out the way for me energetically, and also magnetize to me the people, the places, the things that I'm needing in those moments. So it goes ahead of me because time does not exist in the quantum realm, in the spirit realm. Dragon body can go next week, next month, right? So I send it ahead of me and have it clear out the way for me for my day. And I'm usually like in the time spectrum, I'm still in the dragon body because it's a huge dragon, right? I'm just more at the back end of it. And the front end is at the end of the day. So let's see, Britta. I call upon my guides and guardians to encircle me and my loved ones every morning too. Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that you did bring up your loved ones. Oh, that's so powerful because I do that as well. It's like, okay. And then once I've got my circle of safety and empowerment, I just imagine little pew, 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 like these lights from the heavens coming down and circling and surrounding all of my children, all of my friends and family, my studio, always huge light there, shoom, and just get the work, just start the work that's already going to be happening today. Get it going for me, get it cleaning and clearing so that we can, when I get there, it's like, let's go. We're ready. We're so ready. And then any questions that I have, any things that I'm struggling with, I give them up. I'm like, okay, here's this thing. I'm really struggling with it. I don't know how, but I'm willing to allow there's going to be a solution that will arise for me for this thing. And I'm surrendering it to you. Like literally, if it's in my throat, I'll pull it out of my throat. If it's in my heart, it's in my belly. If it's on my shoulders, I'll just like, whatever it is. And then take care of the things I don't know yet that are in my unconscious mind, the back of my body, right? The stuff that's back here yet. This is the negative. Oh, I should turn this way, right? Because this is the positive and that's the negative. That's the light. That's the dark, right? And that's why the shadow is behind us, our shadow side, our unconscious thoughts and beliefs that we don't know about yet because they're behind us. The sun is shining on all of this stuff. We know what's going on in front of us. The stuff behind us, we don't yet. So I'll have them take that into effect and care. And of course, I don't do all of this every single day, right? I'm just giving you a lot of the different things that I do, and different days for different reasons. I'll pull them in and play with them and piece them together. When I'm wanting to manifest something, I put that in the center of the circle, and I ask for all the guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors to send the energy to that and go ahead, pave the way for me so that I can find, and it's always this or something better. This or something better. And is there something I need to know about this? Is this the right thing for me? If it's a new thing I want to manifest, I go, okay, Spirit, this is kind of my idea. What are your thoughts? Is this what you would have me do? Is this for the highest good of me and all involved? Or do you have something else planned for me? Like these are some of the conversations, like legit conversations. I ask the question or I say the thing, and then I sit and wait for a response. And sometimes I feel a sensation in my body. Sometimes, like, I think a little mouse just ran across my patio outside. It's outside, but I'm like, what was that? I'll feel a sensation in my body. I will hear a phrase or a sentence or a word in my head. I will see an image in my mind. I will get an idea or an inspiration. There's so many different ways that it can show up. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's not immediate. Sometimes it's all right, this is to be determined. This is yet to be revealed to me. But I'm open, and help me know when you're telling me. Help me see it. Help make it evident and clear for me. Get real with your spirit guides, just like you would with, your kids or your spouse or your coworkers or your boss. Like when they come up and they're giving you something, giving you some instructions on what to do next, or like, hey, can you help me out here? Or what about this idea? And you're like, hold on. Can you slow down a little bit? Or can you back up? Can you back up? I didn't catch that first piece. Or can you repeat that for me? Or or let me repeat it back to you and see if I got it right. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? I have those same conversations with my spirit guides. Sometimes they're all talking at the same time. And I'm just getting this cacophony of energy at me. And I'm like, I can pick up like a little piece over here, and a little piece over here, but it's like disjointed. And I'll be like, okay, hold on. Can one guide speak at a time? Can one of you be the mouthpiece? Can you slow it down? Can you make it easier for me to understand? Do I have this correctly? Is that what you mean? Is this what you're saying? Like I talk to my guides like I talk to humans. Let's see. Facebook user, I love it. Get real, filter out the BS, and I need some details. Yeah, 100%. I always find it fascinating when people are like, you talk to him like that? I'm like, well, this is how I talk to everybody. I'm human after all. I am human, and my guides know I'm human, but sometimes they forget because they're not in this realm currently, right? They're just visiting, and they don't have these physical limitations of a mind that has to filter through past beliefs and judgments and fears and science and knowledge that I have, and then through the eyes of the things I've only seen. My eyes have only seen what they've seen. I can't see what I haven't seen yet. I can have an idea, but I'm taking an image from the past and projecting it onto the future. And so it's still limited. And that's why you have to go this or something better, or, letting go of the expectation of the outcome. Because if you hold on to the idea that it is this thing that you want, and it has to look this way, you're going to miss what's really for you. And then also words, we all know we've had these beautiful experiences. And then trying to explain it in words is just, it's inadequate. Words are inadequate. Words do not fill any, they're not enough. Words are not enough because there's so much more. And so really getting real with your spirit guides, like, hey, remember I'm human. Remember I have these 3D limitations currently, and we need to work within these. So help me here with this. P.S. Love you from Mary Beth. Love you too. So yeah, we're human. And we're spiritual. So why pretend to be, right? This polarity of the light and the negative, the light and the dark, the positive and the negative. Why pretend that we're only this and forget and not this? Because we are this as well. We're human. We have emotions. We cuss. We mess up. We don't hear fully because we're not paying attention fully. You know what I mean? So just getting real with your spirit guides is really, really powerful. I feel like I need to say a couple of things about, for people who are like, I don't know, that I believe in angels and ancestors and guides and guardians. And that's okay. You don't have to. You can work in the North. The North energies, like your circle of empowerment, can still be like the 4 directions, right? That the Native Americans used. Well, a lot of indigenous cultures use the 4 directions, not use the 4 directions. So the North is like the point of focus. This is the direction that you're heading. This is our winter season, and it is our home of discoveries and also logic, right? How the brain is working, North. So calling in our focus, but calling in the direction that we're headed. And to the east, we call in, this is where the sun rises, right? This is the dawn of the new day. This is our rebirth every day. The east is home of our rebirth. It's what's coming. It's our freedom. It is the energy of spring. It is fresh vision, because we just woke up from a long, dark night, and now we clearly see. So fresh vision. The south is, the sun is completely high in the sky. So it is like illumination. I always think of the Minions when I say that word, illumination. So the south is also our inner child. It's our curiosity. It's our little playfulness. It's our creative fire energy. It is summer. Right now, you guys, right now is South energy. It is confidence. Oh, I'm so confident. I know what I'm doing. And then the West is where the sun sets. It is the ending of the day. It is the death. It is the death of the day. It is the letting go. It is the shadow side. It's what's leaving. It's what's no longer. It's like the end of the day. We're just going to lay all of our worries down because whatever happened today is what happened. We can't fix it anymore. So let's just let it go and then be reborn again back the next day. So there's all sorts of different things that you can do if you don't believe in spirit guides. You can still call in the energies of the earth and the different seasons and the energies of polarity, light and dark. So that's what I got. That's what I got today. I would love to hear your thoughts on this I know it took me like an hour to explain this. Let's go through it. Should we do one? You guys want to do one? Okay. Get a little sip of my coffee. Okay, so wherever you are, unless you're driving, wherever you are, put both feet flat on the earth and kind of stomp them a little bit. Bend your knees, wiggle your sit bones. Even if you're sitting down, you can still wiggle your sit bones. Take a couple of deep breaths. Roll your shoulders. Shake out your head and neck. Relax your jaw. And stand or sit nice and tall. And imagine from the bottoms of your feet and your tailbone, these camera lenses opening up, these red cords of energy shooting out of your feet and tailbone down into the earth. I almost always use a drum too to help when I feel there's energy that's needing to be moved. And drums are incredibly grounding, even if you can't hear it, but you can also drum your chest or stomp your feet. Every exhale, push those red roots down deeper. Until they plug into the center of the earth. So they go all the way through the foundation of your home, through all the layers of earth, rock, sediment, dirt, down into the liquid core center of the earth, and it just plugs in. And then now on the inhale, start drawing that earth energy up the cords, all the way up your legs, all the way up your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. Then open up the crown of your head, that crown chakra. And call in light. Yawning is a sign of release that your nervous system is starting to relax and sink in. So calling in from the heavens, from the universe, source, whatever you call the God of your understanding, calling in this golden rays of light from this great central sun. They come down in this huge column surrounding your whole body. Feel it just like a waterfall, whoosh, splash over your head, over your neck and shoulders, down your spine and your belly and your chest and your hips and your legs, and your knees, and it starts to puddle at your feet. And just kind of like, swim in this light. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And the crown of the head is open, so it starts to filter in through the mind as well. We've got this red root energy all the way up, and this white light comes down, and it makes this beautiful pink. Pink is the higher heart chakra of unconditional love, universal love, this love that knows no boundaries, the love that has no qualifiers, no, I only love you if you're this way or if you do that, but if you say this or you go there, no, this is no matter what. This unconditional love is this root energy connected with divine spirit energy. Our human self connected with our spirit self creates this beautiful, divine, compassionate pink energy. Just swim in it. Just feel it, feel it, feel it, feel it. And if you're struggling with the visualization, it's okay. Notice how the body feels. Can you sense the shift in the body when you think these thoughts, or you ask this to happen, or you command, say, claim it? Or do you smell something, or do you just know it's happening, or can you hear the vibration or frequency shift? We have 5 senses, physical, and each physical sense has its own 6th sense connected to it. And everybody has their strength. Everybody has that connection, opening up to receive it, opening up to allow it. And then we call in our circle of safety around this beautiful golden light. And right now I'm seeing white. I'm just seeing a white ring of light around me. Yours may be different, and that's okay. whatever you need. We're going to call in any of our guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors that we would like help and assistance with today. I am feeling like I really need Green Tara's energy today to release some viral negative programming that I've woke up with in my head this morning. Om Tari Tutari Tere Soha, Om Tari Tutari Tere Soha. And I ask her to go in and clear my mind of these negative beliefs and these judgments that I woke up with. Oh, and I can feel someone at my back, like washing those negative unconscious beliefs, right? Because it's behind me, it's in the shadow. Someone's back there. My grandma Marie always comes in, so I always love to give her a little hi. Hi, Grandma. Happy to see you. Oh, and my Grammy is here as well. But she always stands off to the side. But I see you, Grammy. Gramps is showing up too. He's very rarely here. But since we've been talking about guides, it's like we're all just going to show my grandpa. Okay, so I've got both paternal and maternal grandparents showing up today. This is a rare occasion. Hi, guys. So just breathe and feel, see what shows up for you. The ideas that come to your mind are not wild and crazy. Like I saw a dog. So today there's a dog spirit with me today. I was talking to a friend about, I was in Mexico and we were doing a Temazcal with a Mayan shaman, which is a sweat lodge. And when we were leaving, he was like, okay, I want you to, when you step out of this sweat lodge, step into your spirit animal. And you already know it. It's already there. And mine was snail. And everybody was like, jaguar, dolphin. I think someone even said unicorn. And I was just like, and I got snail. But really, I trusted it, right? And I trusted it. And that year was a year for me of slowing down and spiraling. There was a lot of spirals that I had to move through, spiral consciousness, spiraling up, spiraling down, spiraling out, spiraling in. There's all of this spiral energy. So whatever's coming to your mind right now, don't discount it. Don't gaslight yourself. Okay. Like trust this practice of connecting to your guides is a practice of trust and surrender to your intuition. And the more you trust it and the more you go, oh, snail, really? Okay. Let's anchor into that. What does that snail energy feel like? This is interesting. Or, I'm going to come back to that one. I'm just going to set it right here. I see you. Okay, you came to me. I don't know if that was like some weird random thought or if that was a thing. So I'm just going to set it here. I'm going to set it on a shelf. I'm not going to discount it. And I'm just going to I don't know, come back to it. And that's what I did with snail. And snail kept coming back to me. Snail kept coming back to me. Snail kept coming back to me, kept showing up. So really, this is a practice in trusting your intuition, really leaning into what you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you know, what you, even the words that show up for you, right? Because speaking or the words that come to you is the throat chakra vibration. And then once you feel connected to this circle of safety and you've kind of connected to whatever guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors have shown up for you, we're going to call in our higher self, the center of the circle. Take a deep breath and breathe your higher self in. And as you exhale, anchor it deeper into your body, deeper into this space, into this moment. You go, okay, higher self, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And you know what? Today I'm gonna surrender to you. I'm going to give you the will. I'm going to give you the capacity to take over. You drive today. You guide me. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom would you have me say it? And as I ask these questions, I have these brief pauses now because we're in time. We're in 3D time for this course, this class. But in my morning practice, sometimes I will sit with just one question, just one, and wait for an answer. What is the next best step for me today to move me closer to my dreams, my goals, my manifestations, to healing this physical part of me, to healing this relationship, to manifesting the abundance, the resources that I need to fund my dreams? All of these are beautiful, beautiful questions that I invite you to really, really sit with. And then when you feel ready, I thank all the guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors for showing up and I ask them to stay with me. Please stay with me for the day. Stay with me and help guide me, help be my little bumper system, right? There's this huge circle now around me. And if I start to get a little too far out of alignment with my higher self, right? In the center of that circle, too far out of alignment, I'm going to bump up to an edge and there's going to be something that's going to snap me back. And you can even say what that is. You can ask for a specific, hey, I need this. I need to see a dragonfly when I'm getting a little too far out of my alignment, or I need to a sneeze, or like you can ask. You get creative. There's no right or wrong. What is it for you? Ask for you. And then play with it. And then when you see that thing or that thing happens to you, go, okay, was that you, Spirit? Was that you, guides? And this is how you get to strengthen your intuition. This is how you strengthen your spiritual gifts. This is how you strengthen all of those 5 senses, extra senses, I should say. And then you go about your day. You get up and you go do the thing that they tell you to do. Like, that's the important thing, you guys. Like, I have this idea that I need to call this person. Well, then you call that person. Or I need to write this thing down. You write that thing down, right? And a lot of times throughout the day, I will continue to go like, okay, anchor, ground, connect, protect. Okay, what's the next thing? And then I got it. Okay, now go. Oh, okay, did that thing. Now what's next? And sometimes that thing will lead into the next thing, to the next thing, the next thing. And then you'll have flowed throughout your whole day and it will just have been magical and just like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. It was effortless. I just floated from here to there, and everywhere I turned, the universe was like, here's this thing. Oh, but then here's this thing. Oh, now check this out. And oh my gosh, did you know about this? Oh my God. And it gets so exciting and fun to get to play with spirit that way. Yeah, that feels complete. Any questions that anybody has? What showed up for you? Who, what did you see, feel, know, experience in that calling in of the circle of safety, calling in the guides, guardians, and angels and ancestors? Let's see, Facebook user, Sweat Lodge keeps coming up for me. Oh, they're so fun. They're so fun. And then Facebook user, really grateful for this message today. I need even just the short moment I have listened to so badly. Ask questions, trust the guiding coming from higher self and guides, trust intuition, anchor, ground, connect, protect. Thank you so much for sharing your spirit dance and clarity. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Whoever you are, Facebook user, so much love to you. Okay, well, the rest of you are writing in your experience. Remember, when you share, you create whatever just happened in your auric field, in your energy body, in your physical body. When you share it with other people and it is mirrored back to you, it deepens and solidifies the neural groove that created it. So this is why I do this every day because every day I do it and I trust a little bit more and I get more and more comfortable and going, that is my spirit guides. That is a message from my higher self. That is an intuition, or that is an inspiration that I need to act on now. And I know now when I do those things, it gets easier and easier and easier every time. And the more I share them, the deeper the groove, the neural pathway. Thank you. someone gave it to me. I was like, someone tell me the word. These neural pathways of your brain, sending these synapses from your brain to your body and your body to your brain, it deepens it when you share it. And also, when you share it and someone goes, oh, me too. So comment with each other. I've experienced that. I've felt it that way. I've seen it that way. I've blah, blah, blah. Oh, mine was a little bit like this, but kind of close. Like share with each other, comment on each other's comments so that we can start to build this deeper connection, not only in our own neural networks, but in the conscious collective neural networks, that we are all connected. And then we're not crazy. And then we can't gaslight ourselves and go, yeah, you were a little crazy. You got a little carried away. That wasn't real. Like, no, because someone else had that same experience. So I'm not crazy. Replying to Facebook user. This is JC Shotwell. I adore your energy. Thank you. I am grateful when you magically appear on my feed to add to my day. Oh, you're so welcome, JC. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, wow, I went over. That's okay. So an announcement. We are doing a Women's Circle weekend getaway. So if you've ever been to our Women's Circle, we do them every month. This is our free offering at our studio. We do a free Women's Circle every month. And you can go register for that on our website. They do fill up, because we ask you to register because we do have limited space at the studio. So we make sure we've got a space for everyone. So we do this Women's Circle every month for free at our studio. And it is so beautiful to just connect to women, all walks of life, all different places in their spirituality and their journey, but all on the same path, all wanting to find that love and acceptance and freedom to be who we are, who we came here to be. And so this Women's Circle weekend getaway is just that. It is a gathering of women to just get away. There's not going to be lessons. There's not going to be anything crazy. It's just going to be a circle of women connecting with each other, building this community. I will be doing my morning meditation and movement every morning. If you would like to join me, I love guiding that, but it's not required. I love sometimes people come up and they just sit and drink their coffee and watch. And they just are energetically doing it while they sit and drink their coffee. And then others join in and others are still sleeping. So, and we will be doing one circle ceremony, like just fun. But there's options to go to the hot springs, shop that we're going to go to Lava Hot Springs is where it's going to be. This cute little town in Idaho. There's cute little shops to walk through. There's a labyrinth that we can walk. There's a river. I don't know if the river will be running in September because it's in September. There's beautiful hikes, beautiful trails and hikes, and lots of wildlife that we can see. You can sleep, you can catch up on sleep. You can bring a project that you're working on if you want to just sit and work on your project. You don't have to worry about the food. You don't have to worry about, your kids, nothing. It's all taken care of for you. But we do need the deposit by July 15th. So let's see if I can get that link actually right now, right here. Oh, look at that. I'm already pulled up to it. This is what's so nice about leaving all your tabs open. Okay, so there's the website, MyMindBodyCollective.com. It's a lot, but it's also in the chat down here. So, but the deposit is due by July 15th. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us, email us, message us, comment here, and we can get to you. It's going to be so fun. We're so excited about this. So, is there anything else? Nope. Okay. See, this is me when I kind of turn and look to the side. It's me like asking my guides and then putting an ear out like, is there anything else I need to say, guides? Anybody whispering in my ear things that I need to say? Anything else I need to do? And I get to know we're good. All is complete. All is well. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. If you loved this, we would love, I do this every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Please share, tag your friends that you think would love to hear these messages every week. I channel different messages from different guides for different things. Right now, I just follow spirit. So every Monday at 9, you can join this for free. And but we would love to grow. I would love to share more. So if you've got friends or family, please tag them in here so that they can see this. And okay. Have a beautiful day. I love you all.